region. We're live in Unicoi County where hundreds are already without power.
And the response from a mother of a student who filed a lawsuit claiming racial bullying at a school.
I'm glad that it's over finally and that my son can return to his normal routine.
We also tell you the response from Hawkins County Schools.
And exploring energy options in Southwest Virginia.
That's why we're here, to find out what their plan is.
We'll look at a proposal from Virginia Energy when the news at 11 starts now.
You're watching News Channel 11 at 11, the team you can trust.
Some rough weather is headed our way. Good evening, I'm Sarah Diamond.
And I'm Casey Marler. Winter weather, heavy winds are hitting our area tonight. Storm Team 11 Chief Meteorologist Mark Reynolds at the Weather Pod. Mark, lots of potentially dangerous wind in our region, right?
Yeah, that certainly is true, guys. We have not seen the highest winds yet. We're watching a very strong jet stream coming up over us later tonight during the overnight early morning period. That's why the high wind warnings are out and wind advisories for the entire region. Already now had a wind gust to 70 miles per hour at Camp Creek and down at Cades Cove 64 mile per hour. We're not even in the thick of it yet. And look at all the power outages coming up here. You're seeing power outages Hawkins County as well as Unicoi County in Tennessee. We'll give you an idea where those are at. Hawkins County, about 100 people, or at least 100 without power there, and Unicoi County we have at least 400 power outages being reported there in the town and county of Unicoi. More likely Limestone Cove is where that's at. And look at the power outages coming in across Virginia. Buchanan County, Dickinson County, Smith and Washington. Cannot show you Buchanan and Dickinson County, however we can zoom in on Smith County. Right now 200 power outages reported there, and Washington County 400. This is only going to grow as our winds will increase overnight. High wind warnings down the spine of the Appalachian Mountains. Tazewell County, Smith and Grayson County included in that zone. We could find wind gusts to 80 to 85 miles per hour during the overnight early morning period. The rest of us could see winds gusting as high as 40 to 55 miles per hour overnight into the morning as well. Here are your winds. I'll show you that one more time. Well, we're not going to get to see that, but we are looking at those winds gusting as high as maybe upward to 50 to 55 over the Tri-City area. And again, that's your wind warning in effect for tonight. Along with that heavy rainfall, we're talking an inch and a half on average. Some areas over 2 inches in the mountains of North Carolina. And yes, we're dealing with some wintry precipitation. Western North Carolina at the onset of this. It'll quickly change to rain by morning. All of us seeing heavy rain and strong winds through the day tomorrow. More on that forecast in a few more minutes.
Mark, thanks. Our team coverage of the threatening weather continues tonight.
Storm Team 11 meteorologist Alex Williams live in Unicoi where hundreds are already without power. Alex?
Yeah, Casey, I'm live here in the town of Unicoi, directly across from the police department, and my wind instrument here, we got down Highway 107 towards Limestone Cove. As Mark mentioned, that's probably where most of the power outages are happening. Unfortunately, there's low cell signal back there, so it's hard to get you pictures, but we saw active power crews trying to restore power, so that's the good news for residents there. And you just get maybe 5-10 miles down the road here on Highway 107. I know it looks dark, but the wind drastically does pick up. And I got gusts up to 30 miles an hour, 20-30 miles an hour on my handheld wind instrument. And so the wind is there and you can hear it. It's a very dull roar, and that's just going to intensify as we go through the evening hours. We did see small branches broken off there and blowing across the road. Also, at times when those gusts did hit, those high profile vehicles and our SUV, we definitely felt it being jostled around a little bit by the wind. So that's only going to increase as we go through the evening hours. Again, a couple hundred people here without power in Unicoi County. We're kind of protected right now in the valley. So you can see the flag over there towards the bank is flapping in the breeze just a little bit, but we're in a protected area, so the wind really not being able to be seen full scale here. But as we go through the evening, as Mark mentioned, we're only going to see those winds increase, and we can expect more power outages and also some of those trees possibly to come down as well. Live here in Unicoi, Alex Williams, I'll send it back to you all.
Alex, thank you very much. Several school systems in the region have altered their schedules for tomorrow. Among those closed tomorrow, Greene County, Greenville, Unicoi County, Carter County, and Johnson County schools. Washington County, Tennessee, Sullivan County, Johnson City, Hancock County, and Elizabethton City schools are on a 2-hour delay. A full list of school schedule changes scrolling at the bottom of your screen can also be found on WJHL.com.
Other news tonight, the Johnson City Board of Education joined a growing number of school districts in Northeast Tennessee that are opposing Tennessee Governor Bill Lee's school voucher program. Governor Lee's plan would expand school vouchers to allow tax dollars to cover tuition and other expenses for students to go to private schools.
I've always said as superintendent of Johnson City Schools, it's our job to be the best choice. There's already school choice. We have some private schools in the area. We have homeschool families in the area, many that do a really good job, and it's our job to be that best choice for the families in our community, and we'll continue to do that.
The proposal has drawn mixed reviews among state lawmakers, including those from our region.
Hawkins County's Board of Education has settled a lawsuit claiming a former student at Churchill Middle School was the victim of racially based bullying. But the school system says it denies that district employees were, quote, deliberately indifferent to alleged harassment. News Channel 11's Jayana Scurry spoke with the mother of the student and got her reaction to the settlement. Jayana?
Casey, the mother who filed the lawsuit, says she is relieved the case is over for her son's sake. However, she would like the Hawkins County schools to change the way they handle bullying.
No amount of money is going to take away what happened to my kid, so it's not really a win either way, you know.
Erica Qualls, the mother who filed the lawsuit against the Hawkins County Board of Education, says she doesn't feel like the incidents involving her son were handled correctly. Hawkins County School Superintendent Matt Hickson sent this following statement. The Hawkins County Board of Education strongly denies its employees were deliberately indifferent to any events of alleged harassment. To the contrary, the board believes its employees acted properly and professionally when responding to such claims, which is why the board previously filed a motion for summary judgment to dismiss this case and all its claims. The statement goes on to further say the board's insurance carrier had the authority to settle the case and decided to do so.
I kind of figured that that would be what they would say. Accountability has been the problem through the entirety of the lawsuit, and that's what caused me to file the lawsuit, is a lack of accountability.
Regardless of their response, Qualls believes that by having the lawsuit, they've set the precedent for change. She wants Hawkins County schools to address the way they handle racial bullying differently in the future.
Before a suit was ever filed, I asked for a restorative piece so that students who are doing these things and who do have these behaviors learn why it's wrong and how it affects the students that they're targeting. I would like to see a restorative proponent in that, and then just discipline within itself, holding students accountable for their actions.
The full statement from Hawkins County Schools is on our website at WJHL.com. Sarah?